With each day, things are getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster. Never heard that one before?
No.
What an intro.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to episode 63 of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Jason.
I'm Jim. What up, everyone? And I'm not going to take a bath with my toaster, I promise. Maybe. I don't know. Find out next week.
I need my toaster to I need my toaster to work, so...
You have soggy toast afterwards.
I have English muffins to cook, you know?
Muffins?
Yeah, English muffins, dude.
Man, muffins.
Yeah, English muffins.
Not Israeli.
Palestinian conflict muffins.
That
Jedi muffins.
That one aged not well.
Terribly. Terribly.
Oh, man. It's been a week, dude. What's been going on? Oh, I had to get a stretch in real quick. Sorry.
Dude, so much
posture check.
So much stuff. Oh, yeah.
I know we're just 2 minutes into the episode, but posture check.
Posture
everybody.
checks. Just get ready for it. Get ready for it. Yeah, what's new? I've been doing some work. Been editing wedding photos. I've been doing photo shoots. I've been booking weddings. I'm trying to get some clients on retainers. I'm just doing all the business things right now.
All the self-employed businessman stuff.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. I got another tattoo.
Oh, that's right.
I have to get the color in still.
I was saying I didn't see this one yet. Ooh, another Gyarados. Is this going to be a shiny?
Yeah, it's going to be a shiny Gyarados. So
say that looks like the card art from the shiny one.
Yeah, it's going to be a shiny boy.
Nice.
But that took a while last night, and he's like, "I'm going to stop here from that." I'm like, "Yeah, great,
great, sounds good.
Say no more.
I'll be back same time next week.
Wrap it up. Let's get going." But yeah, outside of that, man, everything's just been like.
Maggie got a new tattoo. Also.
Yeah.
Not a tattoo.
Tattoo too.
A tattoo.
Tattoo as well.
Yeah. Maggie got a new one. I almost got one, but I didn't get one. I'm saving it for Scotland.
I'm excited for the Scotland tattoo.
I texted that dude, never even texted me back. Not even acknowledging like, oh, sorry, man. We could reschedule. No, just no fucking answer. Fuck that dude. Anyhow. You said you're working on the Scotland thing.
I'm gonna try and find some people was it Edinburgh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to it on the super duper off chance that there is any tattoo artists in Edinburgh that are interested in doing a collab with the Sad Boys. Let us know.
Yeah, we want to get a little
be super dope.
Little Nessie tattoo.
Yeah, some little Nessie boys for the memories from the memory bank.
My hair today, dude. This is. Oh my goodness! I'm not even.
Did you forget that we were doing this tonight?
I wore a hat today to this shoot because I was carrying gear in and out of the building.
Yeah,
and I was sweating. I'm like, I'm gonna wear a hat so no one sees.
Right.
And then here we are.
We got the hat head. That's okay.
Yeah.
Most of our listeners are audio only, so they'll never know. Yeah, had you not said anything, they'd have never known.
Yeah, my hair looks great right now. I hope you guys know.
It does look great. Speaking of Scotland, Megan and I have been trying to do some. I told you about this the other day, but I'm still podcast land. We went on a 7-mile hike, dude.
That's insane.
You say that's insane, but like that's what we're going to be doing. So like you should be doing it too. Okay, but just let it be known, everyone out in podcast land. I warned him. This shit's going to be hard.
I guess I want to look at the places we're going to be going because like some people are like, oh, when you go to the mountains, you're going to do a lot of hiking. Man, the best views in the mountains, there's parking lots. You know what I mean? Like
we have looked at the places we're going, and there are no parking lots.
There's trails.
Relatively close.
Trails.
I mean, there's still hikes.
You have to hike up trails.
Yeah. It still is. You're right.
Yeah.
Just let it be known.
I understand. I'm going to be complaining the whole time, but it's going to be great. It's going to be worth it. It's fun.
Will be worth it. And we're going to get to some dope ass destinations, and you're going to take some sick ass pictures.
Oh.
And we're going to sell a butt ton of prints for when the Sad Boys become Sad Lads.
They're going to be all over our houses, just all the Scotland photos.
If you guys want to obtain some Sad Lad prints, let us know.
Dude, the Sad Lad collection. It has to be.
Once in a lifetime only Sad Lad collection. Get it while it's hot.
Dude, I mean,
no, I feel like we have to at this point.
A little picture, like a drawing of us with a little Nessie in the middle on a T-shirt.
Oh man,
or on a sticker.
Yo, a sad lad sticker would be dope.
I would be pumped with a sad lad sticker.
Us riding Nessie. Like, whoop, dude.
I need to commission somebody.
Out in podcast land, if you do freelance artwork, hit us up. We'd love to do something. We got
my gosh.
We got some ideas. Hit us up. So yeah, man, I've been breaking in my hiking boots. We've been hiking. We're trying to get exercising in. We also went to the same park that we went to 4 years ago for our first anniversary during COVID.
Yeah.
And we took a picture in the same place that we took a picture 4 years ago. Insane. Two completely different people, man. It's wild to see it side by side. It's insane. Oh, man.
You've been crushing it, dude.
You've been crushing it.
No.
You've been crushing your knee.
Oh, yeah. I crushed my knee. Yeah.
Back your head.
Yeah, you know. Oh, but update, speaking of weight loss.
Yes.
Ever since I started fasting, I'm down 10.5 pounds.
Banger. Let's go. Intermittent fasting. Speaking of weight loss, make sure you stick up to date with your hydration check. Hit up the boys at w.gg. Drink more water. Feel better. Use code SADBOYS, that's BOIS, at checkout for 10 whole % off your order. I don't know why I always cover my mouth while I'm holding up the cup. And
it's like, who's really talking? I don't even know.
Yeah, right? This is just a paid advertisement. It's the same one every time. You just don't know. Drink more water, feel better. I assure you, if you drink less sugar and even just get out, just walk, pace your living room for 5 minutes. Drink more water, drink less sugar, feel better. w.gg, SADBOYS at checkout, 10% off your order.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to cut out sugary drinks.
Yep.
I bought a case of Prime.
That's okay. It's sugar water.
There's 2 grams of sugar per bottle.
Well, yeah, 2 grams of sugar, but then all the other stuff.
It's actually pretty good for you. Either way.
I believe you.
Either way.
This comes from the guy who drank energy drinks.
Yeah, I got
I'm getting down off my high horse. I'm shutting up.
I got that, and I got some Propel packets too.
Nice.
So like
electrolytis.
I'm just trying to cut stuff out. The fasting has been working really well.
Heck yeah, dude.
I found some sugar-free candies.
Ooh.
Like a Snickers knockoff and then a Mounds knockoff.
For real?
Dude, they're at Dollar General, like $2 for like 6 of little bars in a bag. And they're actually like
pretty good.
Russell Stover, dude. Like it's like a good brand of.
Who's that?
It's like a well-known chocolate.
Oh
brand.
shit! Okay,
they're actually like pretty good. So
Jeez.
I'm trying to find different alternatives to still get the things I want, but like lose
treats.
weight.
Yeah, little treats, little healthy treats. We love healthy treats.
Yeah.
You got anything good for us?
I mean, one thing I do want to shout out.
Oh,
Jim just brought these over from our fact checker.
From J-Dog, OGB.
These, I want to move the mic out of the way real fast.
This one, it looks like, for those listening out in podcast land, it has super old school The Rock when he had like that bull persona.
Dude, it says 1999 on the back of this.
Yeah,
thing.
dude, he's whipping up a WWF steak and it says, "Do you smell it?
Do you smell it?
Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" Holy shit, man.
Dude, it's so good. And then this other gem of a shirt. What's the date on this one? 1998.
Dude, these are gems.
Layeth the smacketh down.
And those watching out podcast, the on your candy ass.
Yes. Dude.
Super old school Dwayne The Rock Johnson shirts.
I am so pumped to own these. I'm torn between wearing them and like framing them. I don't know what to do.
You should wear them once, get a compliment on them, then frame them.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what to do because those are so sick and you can't find those anywhere.
Dude, 99 and 98? That's insane.
I was 9 and 10 years old.
Yeah,
like this
wild.
This is so sick.
Those are the shirts your parents wouldn't let you buy as a 9 and 10 year old.
Yeah.
And now you can have them. Ha ha, mom and dad, let's go.
Yeah. So thank you.
See, I told you he'd like them.
Yeah. I'm pumped. He showed me and my just
draw on the ground.
I'm so happy. So thank you.
Any other fans out in the podcast land existence? We would love to have some fan mail. If you are interested, let us know. We'll get a P.O. box.
We'll get a P.O. box. You can send us stuff. We'll open it on the podcast.
We'll have someone check it and make sure it's not a bomb or drugs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post office.
Yeah. Yeah. They're really good about that. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Remember the anthrax scare? They were really good about that.
Remember SARS?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Well, speaking of things that happened, I have an article.
Oh, what you got?
Sent to us by loyal listener, Derek. Derek,
what up? Shout out.
What's up, buddy?
What you got? Or what did he send you?
You're not going to believe this title.
Can't even get through the headline.
You're not. I look at it and I start laughing. So this is not a new article. This is from 2018.
Oh, super recent.
Yeah, like 6 years ago. So Washington man sexually assaults injured beaver as woman tries to save it.
You always want to think that maybe like the weird, ridiculous shit only happens in Florida. And then Washington, you're like literally the complete opposite side of the country. And you're like, we are no different. We are but simple creatures.
So I was going to read a little snippet of it. So you can see it's here from Newsweek.
Okay.
Yeah. A Washington man is accused of having sex with an injured beaver that a woman was attempting to save. So was he just like...
Dick out, ready to go?
And this woman's over here like doing CPR and he's like putting his dick... What happened?
Was he also attempting to do CPR on this injured beaver and then accidentally groped it inappropriately? I don't understand.
You know what? This makes more sense.
Is this also just a euphemism for the woman?
I just read something. I read ahead a little bit, and this makes way more sense why this happened. So the police department said in a statement that officers responded to the call, and it was an evening of Labor Day of a report of a transient male having sexual content with a wild animal. The man, who was 35, was also found to be in possession of meth.
Oh, well, okay. That checks out. It's pretty methed up.
Yep. So the woman saw a driver run the beaver over. So she wrapped it in a towel, being a good Samaritan, right? Rushed it home and to aid the injured animal.
Right.
But when she returned a half hour later, she saw a man laying next to the beaver with his pants unzipped. She went to go home and grab a box to put the beaver in. And when she came back to it, a man had his pants unzipped.
A man on meth.
A meth man.
Not the meth man.
Yep.
Came out and he was just, giving the beaver one of the biz.
Yeah, she said at first she thought the man was trying to help the beaver when she saw him lying with it. Then she realized what was really going on. By the time the police arrived, the beaver was dead. Rip.
Damn, shout out to the beaver.
And he was arrested on charges of first-degree animal cruelty and possession of controlled substance. He was booked and held without bail.
Dang.
Because apparently both charges are felonies.
Yeah, meth definitely seems like a felony charge. Mm-hmm. And endangering an animal, wild animal, you should never have sex with an animal regardless if it's a wild animal or not. But like, isn't really that big of a deal if it was a wild animal? I'm kidding, PETA. Chill out. Chill out.
PETA's going to cancel us because...
Yeah, we're going to get... I made a dead beaver joke about an 8-year-old dead beaver, and then that's what we get canceled for.
Yeah.
Whatever.
That's the one.
That is pretty wild, though. Dude, like, imagine just walking up to a dead beaver and you're like, I'm so hard right now.
He just, like, walks around the tree and he's like...
Well, if it isn't my lucky day.
Licks his lips like, It's like, wait, sir, hold on.
Sir, put your penis away.
Sir, this is a beaver. Like,
this is a Wendy's.
This is a Wendy's?
Oh, man.
That is an absolutely insane story. Hold on, where did I say this happened again?
Washington.
For a second, I was like, probably Florida. But
that's what I...
Washington man.
Yeah, Washington man.
Washington State.
Not to be confused with the Washington, D.C. man.
I just assume Florida when I hear ridiculous things like that. Remember the bath salts thing? What the guy was like...
Oh, yeah. He like got high on bath salts and then ate somebody's face, and they thought bath salts were going to turn us into zombies.
And that was like right at the time of like Walking Dead and shit.
It was so great.
So everyone's like, oh my God, it's real.
It was so wild. I have one for you, sir. And this one was just a little over a couple months ago. This was from May of 2024.
Yeah, just like mine, couple months.
Yeah.
Handful of months.
Multiple dozens of months. This one says, man masturbated on call with customer service rep and she couldn't hang up.
Oh.
Because like when you're at your job, you're not allowed to hang up on the customer. So this man abused the shit out of the system.
So
would you like to?
I want to hear more.
Would you like to take a guess at where? It's not Florida. It's not Washington.
Is it Ohio?
No. Oh. Michigan. Close.
Ohio was my next guess. That was
Michigan woman is suing her former employer over corporate policies that she says forced her to endure repeated sexual harassment as a customer service representative, included being prohibited from hanging up on a man accused of masturbating on the phone. Former customer resolution specialist filed the job discrimination lawsuit against Detroit-based company. The suit accuses the utility provider of maintaining policies that says CSRs, or customer service representatives, are required to endure hold on. I have to read the sentence again. I apologize. The suit accuses the utility provider of maintaining policies that mean, it feels very strange to put the word that mean. CSRs are required to endure sexual harassment from callers or risk endangering their performance metrics, compensation, and employment status. Oh, that's her paraphrasing what the rules say. That makes sense. A little bit of more clarity, but anyhow. The suit says that the customer also asked her what she was wearing, told her voice was sexy, and made unmistakable sounds of masturbation. What does that sound like?
Paddleball.
What does paddleball sound like?
Like a.
Yours sounds like that?
You know what I mean?
If yours is making popping sounds, I think.
Well, it's the ball hitting the paddle. You know what I'm saying?
If it makes a popping sound, you might want to go see a doctor.
I'm going to relate it back to Family Guy. Like the scene where Peter runs into Chris's room because he thinks he's catching him masturbating, but he's playing with a paddle ball.
That's hilarious.
And then he leaves Chris's room and he hears the sound again. And then he looks and holds his hand up and he's holding the paddle. It's like, oh.
Just yada yada. I'm trying to see if there's an update on this story to see but a couple months ago, they're probably still going through the legal system, but still she got fired because of, she was terminated from her job in September of the previous year because she was unable to return to work due to psychological disability caused by DTE's violation, which is the company, a violation of her civil rights. So this lady was emotionally traumatized to the point that she could not come back to the job, and they fired her because this dude was pulling his cork on the phone with her.
Playing pocket hockey.
Yep. Just really jerking his chicken there, really just kind of.
Yeah.
Let's see what other,
squeezing the beaver or whatever.
If I didn't have a microphone in front of me, I probably could have said 17 different euphemisms for masturbating. But now I have to think about it. I can't.
Yeah. There's so much pressure.
Yeah. So those are our crazy news stories of the week.
That's I don't care what the policy is. I would have just hung up.
Oh, absolutely. The first time they're like, your voice is sexy. I'm like, all right, that's kind of weird. And then the moment I hear you fapping one out, I'm out. If I hear some, I'm over it.
You just smack the phone and hang it up and what happened? The call dropped. I don't know. My head just fell.
Oh, I think you're going through a tunnel. Sorry.
So click. I'm going through it. Yeah, that's wild.
Sir,
dude.
You're sitting at a desk. What tunnel are you going through? I don't know. Can't hear you though. Bye. Yeah, dude. Could you imagine if when we worked at the Blue Store, if you were sitting there activating someone's phone and then just hardcore porn started playing on the phone and you couldn't turn it off, and Margie walked over and she was like, "Do not turn it off, or you will get fired for touching a customer's phone." That's basically what she was up against. That's insane. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah, that's
labor laws are insane, aren't they?
I mean, when I was at Sweetwater, it was pretty much if somebody were to start swearing at you, you could tell them hey, look,
yeah,
you need to calm down, or I'm going to end the call. Yeah, and then if they kept going, you could just be all right, man, goodbye.
Have a good day. Yeah. The brief time I worked at from home for the Blue Store, I was also allowed to do that. If they started swearing, all right, we're not going to use that kind of language. Yeah. If you continue, I'm going to end the call. And then they do it again. You're like, bye, click. Get fucked.
And goodbye.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
I can say it now, but I couldn't say it then. But get fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wild, man.
Do be wild. Internet stories are insane. Can you just imagine just being high on meth and being like, ooh, I should fuck a beaver right now?
No, I cannot.
Yeah, me neither. Thankfully.
No, I don't think I've ever had that desire. No. You know, one thing we should talk about.
What's that?
That some of our podcast listeners might understand. We've been playing a lot more Magic the Gathering lately.
We have been. You know what? That's a perfect segue into a topic that I'd like to talk about. Continue.
Yeah, and I want to openly apologize to you and what are we looking at?
It was the notification from you for me opening the notes
podcast.
app.
Yeah.
That's
I
funny.
want to apologize for me being so butthurt that I was landlocked in our last game. I was not being a good sport, and I'm sorry to everybody involved.
Hey, do you hear that out there? Avid listeners of the podcast on day one, usually first thing in the morning, he admitted that he was not being a good competitive player.
Nope.
Acknowledge that when you come home.
It's one of those things when I had like everything in my hand that I wanted, that I needed, right? I just needed one more mana, and it was like 12 cards down.
It's insane.
There was absolutely not a chance that I was ever going to get another land, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just straight up not having a good time.
Yeah, and it's like, because if you play Magic, you know, you draw your first 7, and you're like, should I mulligan? And you're like,
you started with 3 off the rip, didn't you? No?
I started with, I think, 2, and I got one more, and then it was like 12.
Oh yeah, 12 empty cards.
So like I remember like going through all those turns, and it was like 8 cards, 9 cards down. I'm like, oh my God. Like it was.
I also made you discard a couple too, and there was probably a land in there.
Yeah, it was rough. So I decided to apologize for being wrong. But I had been getting so much excitement out of playing Magic again. Me and Taylor have been playing like almost every night. It's just so much fun. And what's really funny, our friend RC, he always tells me, he's like,
shout out,
dude, you never know who plays Magic. Almost everybody at some point in time, either they play or they have a friend that played. And it's crazy. Like I've been meeting new people, and like every single one of them plays Magic or like played and wants to get back into it. I'm like, it's kind of crazy.
I think it's a direct competitor to Pokemon. I mean, like Digimon was like, in my opinion, more of a cartoon show. Less of a card game. I know it was a card game, but like
really good
no one really ever played Digimon cards. And like Yu-Gi-Oh tried, failed, but it was a dope show. Yu-Gi-Oh cards were kind of they're still popular, but they're not nearly as popular as Pokemon and Magic.
Yeah.
So I think when you be like, oh, what were you a Magic kid or were you a Pokemon kid, or both?
I think it's like kids can get into Pokemon and all the way through adulthood, you're going to be into it. Like, look at me. I started getting the Pokemon when I was, 9, 10? I'm 35, and I have a whole sleeve of Pokemon. So, like, you know, like...
You never know.
Yeah, but, like, Magic, I think there's, like, an extra little step as far as, like, understanding game mechanics over Pokemon. Pokemon, it's very straightforward in those card descriptions. Magic, that's like, you have enchantments, and you have artifacts, and you have... You know,
instants,
you might have
and spells and lands and creatures and tokens and planeswalkers.
Yeah, all these
exile
things.
piles and discard piles and command zones and
so I think,
hit points and dice and tokens.
Yeah, there's so much. I think Magic is more fun to play. I've played Pokemon. Magic is more fun. Pokemon is just nostalgic, and I think it's more fun to collect.
Yes, I would agree to that. Like the Pokemon cards, like Magic cards are fun to be played. Like I think what you were getting at. Magic is meant to be played, not collected. And
Magic is honestly way more expensive.
Oh, it's insane.
Like
dude.
the booster packs are like $8 for like the Assassin's Creed ones are like $8. And then like the one special bundle thing is only like 10 cards. It was like $27.
That's wild.
Every card was a holo and you got like some rares and stuff, but like $27. That's insane.
That's a lot for a little piece of cardboard.
Yeah, but I mean, like, hey, it is what it is. Everyone's got their thing, you know.
I also have, I again can't be on my high horse as an avid Pokemon collector of my youth, and you helped me get my cards graded, and we went through, and I mean, I sold some cards and I made some money on mine. So like, I'm not gonna harp on anybody who wants to spend your hard-earned income however you choose, as long as you keep the lights on and food on your table first. Pay yourself before you pay your hobbies. That's just good life advice.
Before?
What?
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 Oh. Yeah, that's what I do.
We're saying the same thing.
That's what I do.
Yeah, right.
Huh.
Anyhow, I'm glad you brought up Magic because that is a perfect segue to a video that I saw on the tube today. So, I'm going to paraphrase, and we'll put some links in the show notes so you guys can check out everything firsthand if you are interested in learning more about it. Remind me I need to send you some links. Before we do that, I like where your head's at. We're going to get a little hydration check in here.
Mouth feeling a little dry. I've been drinking so much more water since I've been doing the fasting because it's like, oh, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in 14 hours. I'm just going to down 32 ounces of water to fend it off a little bit longer until I can eat.
Yeah, it's also more of an oral fixation than it is an actual, like, I need to eat.
Dude, I've been eating out.
I just need something in my mouth.
I've been eating out of boredom. I've been eating out of, like eating your feelings, eating out of boredom. Like,
bored eating is the worst. And that used to get me too. That's what got me like through the Best Buy days and the sitting at home. Like when I used to have days off during the week, I'd just sit at home and be like, I'm bored. I guess I'll go eat some chips or let me eat this or let me eat that. Next thing you know, you're fucking 60 pounds heavier than you were when you moved from North Carolina.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't eat until 11:19 tomorrow in the morning.
Oh, I was like, hold on, 11:19 at night. So okay. We'll come back to this fasting thing because I am really interested in talking about this card thing that I saw today.
Tell me.
You got to teach me about this intermittent fasting because if you already lost 10 pounds, I might be interested.
I'm saying.
Okay, so there is a content creator on the internet that I watch pretty often. He has been getting into magic content. I've told you this before. Out in podcast land, we like talking about cards and shops and YouTube and yada, yada. Anyhow. There was this guy who put this video on the internet recently, probably less than a week ago. By the time this episode comes out, probably be 10, maybe 2 weeks ago. 10 days, 2 weeks. He bought a CT scanner, like a used one from like a hospital that was like getting rid of it. And he put in some time and some money to fix it because it was broken, and he got it all back up and running. And he was testing out theories as to whether or not he could scan packs of cards and see what was inside. And he was able to confirm with Pokemon cards, but not with Magic. He was able to confirm with Pokemon cards that he could scan them and go layer by layer of the CT scan. And he was able to pick out what the holo rare was without opening the pack.
Holy.
And the reason it's possible is because the difference between Magic and Pokemon cards, and this is just a fun fact for any other card collector person out there, and this was news to me, so shout out to the content creator that I learned this from. This is not my original knowledge. Pokemon cards are hollowed differently than Magic cards. The entire card is hollowed, and then it's printed over top of it, versus however Magic does it, where like they print the card and then the hollow is somehow differently applied. I don't really understand it, but that's just the difference between the two. So he was able to, do the CT scan and get to the layer where the hollow was, and then, sort of just kind of, the video said it's like a 30-year-old version of Who's That Pokemon?
Wow.
So, but they were able to, get the little graphic of the hollow and then look at, one layer before it or after it, whatever you want to call it, and see what part was like removed, air quote, and just using basic knowledge of Pokemon cards, they were able to deduce that this was a Gengar, hollow Gengar inside the package. And I think they opened it to confirm, and I'm pretty sure they were right. That was the whole point of the video. Wow. Is they were able to accurately predict, air quote, predict what was going to be in the pack by scanning it. So the whole point of where I'm going with this and where the content creator was going with this is, what does that do to the trading card market of unslabbed cards and now words are hard, like the unopened
the sealed products.
Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word sealed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sealed, loose packs or even boxes now. Like if they could put the box in there and scan each individual pack, you'd be like, oh, that box confirmed CT scanned Shadowless first edition Holo Charizard. That box instantly shoots up to $10,000 now because you're guaranteed a $3,000 card.
So like at the same time, if I was a buyer and someone was like, hey, I scanned this box, it absolutely has a, Shadowless Charizard first edition, I'm not trusting them.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely.
So like you could tell me that it has it all you want.
Right.
If I had a box and I saw that it was in there, I would just open it.
Yeah, exactly. Who's not going to open the box
right?
with the first edition Shadowless?
I would just send every single card in the entire box to get graded.
Yeah,
just make money back. But that's
isn't that crazy?
I mean, so like the loose pack market is really hit or miss because you have a lot of people who will buy packs and they're like, oh, this seems kind of off. oh, this was re-glued.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's
because you could also weigh them too.
Yeah, you can weigh them and see like, okay, this definitely has a hollow in it.
Yeah.
Newer packs, that doesn't really help anymore because there's a chance for two hollows. No, there's a hollow and two reverses in each of the new ones. Only thing you might be able to tell is if it's like a full art because it's more hollow textured. Either way, like in the old stuff, I could see where that would be really cool to be like, I mean, at least
check out this CGC graded 10 sealed pack of alpha Pokemon cards or whatever they're called, right? Fossil set or whatever. And you're like, oh, well, let's toss it through the CT scanner. And there's a first edition, I don't know, Alakazam or some shit in there.
I'd say like if it was me that had that, I'd be like, cool. So like, I'm going to do this with all of my product. And if like there's nothing good in this, I'm going to sell this sealed. Mm-hmm. If there is something good, I'm going to open it. I'm going to get it graded and then I'm going to sell it.
Yeah.
So like, I think that's really cool, but like, I don't know if it really has like that much of an impact because no one's going to take someone's word for it. You know what I mean?
But let's say that it goes beyond just this one particular individual who buys a used CT scanner and now CGC gets in on it or Beckett gets in on it, whatever. Yeah. And they're like, oh, this is a CGC certified, graded, pack, guaranteed, hollow Charizard. And now it's a $10,000 pack of cards. And it's a question of who's going to buy it. Because they know, air quote, and this is all air quote, but they know it's in there, right? And it's CGC certified or whatever. This video is not affiliated with CGC.
Yeah,
we're just using them because they're...
Yeah, there would have to be some kind of like guarantee. Like if it's not in here...
Yeah, like do I get my money back?
I'm not paying you.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, as a buyer, I would never, ever trust someone's word. Mm-hmm. Ever. You know, like there's like, if you buy things from like TCG Player, there's already like an authenticity guarantee where like, if you get a card and it's like, this is absolutely fake.
Yeah.
They'll give you your money back. Mm-hmm. You know, but then you also can go through people who will like broker deals for you with, like Logan Paul did that with like a first edition base set box, which ended up being G.I. Joe cards. But
yeah,
you know, one of the, I can't remember which grading company,
air
like,
quote, certified.
They're like, yeah, this is the original box. This is the original like factory tape. Like this is legit. And they opens it up and it's just G.I. Joe cards.
Yep.
So I mean, like he got his money back.
Oh yeah.
But like, you know, so like,
does it really matter? I mean, at that point when you were a millionaire, does it really matter?
Yeah, but I mean,
the principle, I get it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. That's really interesting. I never would have thought to use something like that to scan Pokemon cards.
Yeah, so it was kind of blowing my mind too when I was just listening to it as I was walking my steps on my lunch break, and it was like, that's crazy. Like what? How? So he. In his opinion, he wanted to see how it could be utilized for the Magic sets. Obviously, I kind of gave a half-assed explanation of why it wouldn't work for the Hollow cards, but something beta alpha cards are cut differently, so you could look at the cut of the cards and be able to tell if there was alpha cards in a beta pack or something. I don't quite understand it. You all understand what those words that I'm saying.
Yeah, because I have some of like lands and like basic like common cards from some of like the first like two sets.
Right, yeah.
They're worth literally nothing, you know what I mean? Like pennies.
Yeah, some of those cards, I mean like a Lotus or the dual lands are pretty expensive. So yeah, I mean even just being able to look in the pack and be like, oh, there's one in there, there's two in there. I mean it might be worth something.
Yeah.
You know, especially when 10, you know, CGC, PSA, blah, 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 the graded 10 Black Lotus is probably going to be $1 bajillion.
Yeah.
I mean, those cards are not printed anymore. So like whatever's out there is all that there's ever going to be out there. So it also just breeds the sort of FOMO rarity. Yep. We've talked in depth about FOMO. If you'd love to, go back and listen to that one. That's a good one.
Alex Rose is a really good one. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would have never thought. That's kind of crazy.
I'll send you the link so you can check it out afterwards, and also so you can put it in the show notes in case any of the viewers would want to check it out as well.
Yeah, that's something.
That do be something, huh?
That do be something.
Speaking of do be, by the time this episode comes out, will you have seen Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes.
Are you going to see it this weekend?
Yeah.
Okay, we are also. After you said something, I was like, oh, that's this weekend? I should go get my tickets.
Yeah, I'm going on Sunday.
Oh, nice. I think we're going Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Like we're doing like a lunch matinee. So podcast people out there in, movie land, talk to us. What were your thoughts on the new movie? We haven't seen it at the time of recording, but we'll have seen it by the time this episode comes out. So we'll be a little bit behind.
Yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't get ruined for either of us prior to Sunday or Saturday.
I am trying to stay off social media as much as possible. I'm not reading anything.
Yeah.
Like, because, we've talked about those ones where it's like, my favorite thing growing up when I was a kid was Deadpool dies in Wolverine. Like, what?
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
I'm not reading anything as I scroll. I'm not looking at pictures. I'm just like, okay.
I've also been doing really good about not saying it around my phone, and now here we are. So, like, I'm sure that the second I get home and I open up, it's going to be like, spoily.
Tonight, I think, is when it's like theater open. So, like.
Correct. So, tomorrow I've got to be real careful and then just stay off my phone Saturday morning before I go to lunch.
I might just uninstall Facebook for 2 days.
I've actually been thinking about uninstalling Facebook, not because of the movie, just uninstalling Facebook in general. I'm over it. It's fucking annoying. I hate it. I find myself looking at it and I'm like, there's literally nothing good on here. Why am I on this? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's me. It's sad. It's almost the end of Sad Boy Summer. So, we'll go back from regular depression back into seasonal anxiety and depression.
But dude, we get to feel autumnal again.
Oh, I can't wait for fall. I cannot wait.
Someone sent me, I think, was it Derek? Someone sent me something with a pumpkin spice in a store already. And I was like, oh my God.
We're getting there, man. My personal opinion, September 1st is when fall starts. I don't care what anyone says.
If it's still above 60 degrees, I'm not happy.
That's fair, but
I want to be able to wear a hoodie and shorts and Crocs and just like
live
I'm
life.
Comfortable.
But 60 is still beautiful. Like it could be 65 with a breeze and that's very autumnal.
But 60 at night with a hoodie, man, there's nothing better.
I agree. Wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Like put me out in the trails with a hoodie with a breeze. I'm living life large and in charge, man.
Dude, when we were doing the bike rides in the fall.
When the leaves were changing and falling, it was fucking beautiful. I love that shit.
I was so internally happy.
I had an emotion boner, an affection erection.
My eyes just, oh God.
I love me some orange and yellow trees. I don't care what anyone says. Summer fucking sucks, dude. I don't care. I put that thing on Facebook and I got so much shit on it and I don't fucking care. Dude, summer sucks balls. It's hot and the only reason people like it is because for 12 years we were conditioned to like it because it was the only 3 months of the year we got off. So it was like, ooh, summer. Yeah, we don't have to go to school. So it's like fucking Freudian into our brain to like summer. Fuck summer. It's so goddamn hot. Sorry. I'm done.
Fall is absolutely where it's at.
I love fall. Absolutely.
Dude, even like out down here though. So in North Carolina, even spring is great.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'll get 60 degrees in March.
Yep.
February even, we've had 60 degrees.
Yeah, we can get a fall spring in February.
Yeah, but like then we get real one real quick.
Yeah, we'll get a fall spring and then it'll be cold for like 2 weeks. And you're like, son of a bitch, it's 30 again.
But I'm happy again.
Yes.
Like I'm happy about it.
I agree.
And plus, I just got a new NASA hoodie in April when I went to New York. I'm pumped to wear that NASA hoodie.
Absolutely.
I got a 2XL.
Oh.
Just a little bit bigger so I can like cozy.
Megan got me my oversized hoodie for Christmas for 23. So like this will be my first fall winter with an oversized hoodie. So like it's going to be great to take that bitch outside. I'm talking one of those big ass ones, like the super duper oversized hoodies.
Like one of those parachutes when you were in like kindergarten and you flipped it up and everyone ran underneath. Yeah.
Not that big, but yes.
Yeah.
Dude, it is fantastic, bro. Oh, I love my oversized hoodie.
Dude, see, and I'm hoping by the time I get there, because going back to the fasting thing.
Oh, yes.
It asked me, like, is there a reason you want to lose weight? And I'm like, well, I want to feel better.
What, is this an app? What is this?
It's called Simple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Not a sponsor, yeah.
Great app, though. And it asked, like, is there an event or something you're doing? I'm like, well, I'm going to October. I'm going to Scotland. Mm-hmm. So I put, like, mid-October, I'd like to be down X amount of pounds.
Right.
So then it says, like, hey, if you follow this, and it tells you, like, you can't just, you have 8 hours a day to eat, right? Mm-hmm. You can't just go crazy. Like, it's still supposed to be, like, trying to eat better.
Yeah.
But if you do this, by the time October comes, you're going to be below your goal weight.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm like, okay, great. But
even if we just hit the target, we don't have to exceed it. Just got to hit it.
But like I've got a third of my goal in a week.
That'll slow down. Slow down, but you maintain that momentum and that progress. But you'll get there.
But once I get this arm finished and healing up, I'm going to start doing some more workouts.
Ooh, nice.
Try and counter a little bit. I just want to feel better. I don't care what the number says.
Absolutely.
Really.
Absolutely.
I just want like clothes to fit really nice. And then like, I just feel better.
I haven't stepped on the scale the last time I stepped on the scale was when I went home in Ohio. So that was June. That was Father's Day weekend in June. So I haven't touched a scale in over a month.
Yeah.
And I don't even care what it says. But like when I saw that picture of me versus 4 years ago, don't even care what the scale says. I can see a difference, and that's what's important.
Visibly.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah.
So, dude,
I went from a 10 to like a 46.
Shut up. Oh my God. I was far from a 10 back then, sir.
No.
I was like 10 times 2.
You were a 20.
Yeah, on a scale of like 1 to 8,000.
Stop it.
Trash. All right, dude, I have lost the whole person that I was.
Dude, that's great. You look great.
Thanks.
But,
thanks, baby girl. I appreciate
you.
You
know. But yeah, like I know it's going to slow down, but like either way, like this to me, this is sustainable.
Yes.
Because if I'm like, hey, I want to get pizza today, I'm going to eat pizza.
When
and if
I'm
I want to get a
allowed.
Pepsi, great. I'm going to do it during my time frame.
So explain to me how this works. Is it like 8 on, 8 off? What is it?
8 on, 16 off. But the 16 is like at night when you're going to sleep.
Most of it is overnight, right?
So like for me, like realistically, it's just cutting out snacking at night.
Yeah.
Because that was my downside. Because it'd be like, cool, Monday Night Raw is on. I'm going to go get some snacks for Raw.
Right.
I'm going to get a bag of chips, some candy, and probably a pop. And then like that's a lot of calories.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to eat the whole
top of
I'm going to
whatever
eat
you've
the
had
whole bag.
for the day.
Yeah, exactly. On top of everything I have for the whole day. But I would do that Monday. I would do it Friday for SmackDown.
Yep.
I would do it on Saturday for pay-per-views. But then like I would also do it like throughout the week. Like I would absolutely like.
Yeah, you and TK have movie night on Tuesday.
Yeah, or
let's
like
get some popcorn.
Or like if I had a rough day, like I'm gonna eat some feelings
Yep.
in the form of kettle chips. You know? I
kettle
know.
chips are so good.
So like it really for me is just cutting out snacking. So like normally I get to eat 9:30 to 5:30, which is like perfect time. I cook dinner. 4 o'clock, Taylor's home. We eat 5:30, done. And then I just don't snack at night. I just drink a bunch of water and I go to bed.
Yeah. Hey, good on you, man. Hey, I'm as the guy who's busting his ass out in the garage and cutting out sugar and fat. I fully, wholeheartedly support it. Fuck yeah, dude. Get at it. Pitter patter, get at her.
I mean, I think a lot of it really is just like
it's mental.
Like, yeah, it's been a struggle to not get like the sweets and stuff because since I lost my sense of smell, my taste has gone a complete 180.
Oh, really?
We're like, oh, dude, peanut butter tastes so gross.
That's so
Candy
wild.
peanut butter, kettle chips taste disgusting. French fries, like fried food, honestly, tastes like trash.
Interesting. Dang.
So like
that's actually like probably good.
In reality, yeah. So like I've been like cooking stuff at home and it tastes good. So like it's so weird. It's so weird.
Speaking of cooking at home, would you like to shout out your new endeavor to the podcast people?
All right. So I started taking some food pictures and my wonderful wife, Taylor, said, you need to make an Instagram for it. And she even came up with the name Sad Boy Bites.
It's so good.
It's so good. So in 5 minutes, I came up with the fastest logo ever. And honestly, it's
fantastic.
It's perfect for it. I made a logo for it. Sad Boy Bites on Instagram and Facebook. I'm just posting a ton of food pictures. And like none of this is like, I don't want to say staged because I am like setting it up to take some pictures, but like this is just things that I'm eating.
Yeah.
Like
I'm also going to start sending you shit that I make and you can doctor it up all to look all pretty and whatnot. But dude, home cooked meals slap so hard.
Dude, I need you to like do some of your fried chicken that you do. And then like, we'll take some pictures of that.
Heck yeah.
Like, yeah,
I'm about it.
It's just another, like for me as like a creative person, honestly, it is like reinvigorated my photography passion because this is something I'm not used to. So I'm learning more things. Do you know that there's
probably not.
There's a whole list of things that they do for food photos to make food look good.
Yep. I probably know some of them, but continue.
So like for pancakes, you know what they use for syrup?
Yeah, motor oil.
Yeah, motor oil.
That's crazy.
For burgers, do you know what they use for like the color
part?
and like the char?
You know what? I don't.
Shoe polish.
So they put the meat in shoe polish and then cook it and it burns?
They put like the black lines, like the grill lines.
Oh, they paint it in.
Yeah.
Oh, with shoe polish.
Yeah.
So that's not actual BK grill lines.
And then like
I feel cheated.
Yeah. And then like whenever you do like pictures of like drinks and stuff, they have like a water and glycerin mix and they spray it and it beads up like, you know, like that condensation, but it stays.
Oh, it doesn't run.
It'll run just a little bit and it stays. So it doesn't like go away like normal condensation does.
Learning some behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, folks. I'm learning all this stuff and I'm like, this is wild. I'm doing none of that.
Yeah, no, we're going to do it for real.
I'm just going to be like, here's the thing I just cooked. This looks great. Snap and edit, post.
What have I cooked lately? Keep talking about it though. Man.
I mean, and like, honestly, I posted one picture that had, I'd used some of the Dano's seasoning in it. A big fan of Dano's seasoning. And they commented on my page.
Hey, we love that. Do you think you'll post this one on there?
What happened?
I put the pizza in the oven and then...
Did you cook it at 1,000 degrees?
Yeah, I tried to cook it instantly. No, I put the pizza in the oven and I asked Excella to set a timer for whatever the minutes was, and I don't think she heard me. And then I like walked away.
Set a timer for 8 minutes, and she's like, 80-minute timer.
Well, I think I was listening to music, and I don't think she picked up my voice over the music, and I just assumed that she did. And then probably a half hour later, I'm like, damn, I'm kind of hungry. Like, oh, I think I cooked a pizza. Oh, shit, I cooked a pizza. I really fucking cooked a pizza.
That thing is crispy inside and out.
Dog, look at how glistening that is. Yeah, 400 for like a half hour. Not the move.
Dude.
But yeah, dude, your food Instagram though, this is the one. This is the one that's got potential to go the distance, my guy. I promise you. You stick with it. This is the one.
I mean, if anybody just kind of like glancing here, like look at some of those.
For the video watchers, take a look at that little snippet right there.
Dude, if I can just get people to pay me to come take photos of their food at their restaurants, that'd be cool.
This was a pumpkin pie that Megan had made with a brown sugar like crunch on the top. It was so good, dude. Oh my god! I try to take some like decent pictures because like I want to remember when I have bomb ass food. They're not nearly as good as your photos, but I'm also taking them with my phone. So, you know, well. Tomato potato.
Yeah.
You don't have like a $5,000 camera with a, really nice ass lens. I'm over here using my iPhone 13.
Sony A7 IV Sigma Art 2470 with a Cinebloom filter, 5% diffusion.
Any more?
That's it.
Okay, I didn't know how many add-ons you had. That sounds impressive.
That's my go-to, man. So like for anybody, any photographers out there,
the photo files out there,
yeah, get yourself a Cinebloom or a Pro Mist filter. There's a bunch of different names for it. They're so good. It takes away a little bit of the over sharpening. Mm-hmm. So like the Sigma Art lenses for any of the gear nerds out there, they're wonderful lenses. They're super sharp though. And some people are like, yeah, especially for video, it's a bit too sharp. Mm-hmm. You throw this 5% thing on there, like it diffuses a little bit. It gives you like a halation in like the light. And honestly,
a little bit of vignette.
Some of my favorite wedding photos and videos done with that filter on the lens. So like the best like $50 I ever spent
for photo worth.
Yeah. Like
not the best 50 ever, and just in general.
I mean, it's one of them.
I'm kidding.
It's up there.
Hey, photo dudes out there. You go look up the Instagrams. I'm telling you, listen to this man. He knows what he's doing.
Stop.
What else? What were we talking about? Oh, intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we started talking about food. Did I have more questions? Did I have questions?
I don't know.
Ask me if I had questions.
Hey, Jim, did you have any questions?
You weren't supposed to literally ask me. I have no idea if I had questions. I thought you were supposed to help me know if I had questions.
Man, I don't know if you had any questions. I mean, it sounds like you were interested in maybe partaking in intermittent fasting.
I am. It sounds enticing, but your little 8-hour window is basically the 8 hours I'm at work.
You can change that to whenever you want.
But I like to have my breakfast before I go to work, and I like to have dinner after I come home from work. But it's more than 8 hours.
Yeah.
So it sounds all well and great. I don't think it works for me, but I'm definitely going to stick to my regiment. So
I will say when I was working at Sweetwater, it was a lot harder to do that because it was like I was getting to work at 7:30 for meetings and stuff. And I'm like, man, I'm really hungry. And
can't eat until 9.
Can't eat. Yeah. And then
you get out of work, you're like, I eat dinner and then I can't eat for the rest of the night, which is probably, it is the point, but.
Yeah, it's definitely, for me, what's his name? Kevin Smith, the actor, director.
Oh, Silent Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does insane intermittent fasting. He'll go 2-3 days without eating. But he had a huge heart attack or something a few years ago.
I remember he lost a shit ton of weight.
Intermittent fasting.
Wow,
and
good on him.
And he says it's not for everybody, but for me and my body style, it works so well. And honestly, for me, I can't do a diet or a fad diet where you can't eat carbs or you can't I want to eat what I want to eat. I will definitely try controlling portions a bit and try to focus on not eating sugary stuff or you know what I mean? I'm not always going to be perfect at it.
Better about it, yeah.
But as long as I do it within that time frame, there's 4 hours of the day that I'm, my body's in what they call the fat burning, stage 1 and 2, where
that's how it works.
Yeah, you're burning fat for energy for 4 hours of the day.
Okay, so it comes out of your air quote reserves because you are not feeding the machine.
Correct.
Interesting. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. There's got to be something to it at least, which I've heard before is 10 rules to feel better in the morning, and it's stop eating food 3 hours before you go to, or whatever it is, 8 hours before you go to bed or whatever. There has to be people who are smarter than us who know what they're talking about. So
I feel like it's the most realistic diet type of regimen that I can do for me. So I'm here for it. It works.
Megan and I have been using a air quote reward system where we're not allowed to do something until we work out. So you're not allowed to snack until you work out, or you're not allowed to you're not allowed to have sugar, pop, water, whatever until you work out. And even if it's just something 15 minutes of yoga or 10 minutes of stretching or whatever. So it keeps us on track. If you want to do the thing, you got to do the thing. So earn it. And it works. So for us, of course, being the caveat.
So if anybody out there who wants to just do the thing and feel better, just do it.
Pick the thing that you think is going to work best for you and just do it. You don't have to be perfect at it on the first try. Just do it.
Just do it.
Remember what the podcast looked like a year and a half ago. We were TikTok clips, and now we have full-on episodes. So literally, just do it.
Beautiful wall and all this whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think that was a good end.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. So believe in yourself. Do things.
Believe in yourself. Is this a motivational podcast?
Believe in yourself. Do things.
Oh, so this episode comes out the day after I see Blink-182 again. So hopefully I'm having a good time. And
dude, how was the concert last night?
It was rad. Hopefully
nobody's screaming. This time?
I made sure I picked seats a little closer this time. The last time I picked the absolute cheapest seats because I didn't give a shit. This time I was I kind of want to actually be a little closer. So I picked a little better seats, and I tried to pick one where it was the end of a row, in the front, so there wouldn't be anybody behind me. Yeah. So I tried to pick a seat just next to the handicap spot on the off chance that maybe no one's there, and maybe we got some extra room to dance around and have a good time. So Sad Boy meetup at the Blink-182 show last night, if you're in town. For the music choice, can we get some shoegaze or shoegaze, whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Do you think they have that?
I'm going to find it.
I appreciate you, sir.
If I can't find it, I'll write it.
That's fine. Oh, wow. Did you hear that, folks? He said he would write a little something for the episode. I can do it. I appreciate your efforts, sir.
Yeah.
You don't have to go
far
out
trust
of your
me.
way.
I already said it, so I can't take it back.
All right, everybody. One more posture check. Get a quick stretch in. This is your daily reminder to move your muscles, even if you're sitting down, because sitting sedentary is not good for you. Move, even if it is just to stand up and get two.
Yeah, stop ignoring your Apple Watch.
I have that shit turned off. I just have this is Jim being your Apple Watch reminder that you've turned off.
Yeah.
Stand up, stretch, take a couple breaths. Posture check, everybody. Last one, hydration check. Ooh. Use code SADBOYS at checkout, w.gg. Make your plain water taste better, feel better. As always, I am Jim.
And I'm Jason.
This has been episode 63 of the Midwest Sad Boys podcast. This has been your midweek Sad Boy update.
Ooh,
we thank you.
When you said Midwest Sad Boys.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Please don't come for us, farmers. Unless you want to do a collab and you want to pay us, it's BOIS on the check.
You can just clip this and use it in your next commercial if you want.
Thanks for being here, everybody. If this is your 63rd episode or your first episode, we appreciate you giving us some time out of your super, super duper important lives. And thanks for being here. Any send-off messages you got?
No, man. Shoe gaze.
I'm just grooving to it right now.
You got to look down at your feet and just like...
Oh, is that the thing? You just kind of head bop to it?
Yeah, dude. You're just kind of like doing your thing.
Alrighty, everyone. Thanks for being here. Well, this is the Midwest Sad Boys signing off for episode 63. As always, stay sad, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Dance for it. Ooh, yeah. All right, everybody. See you next week. Bye.